Dead Space 2's hardcore difficulty is just exactly that. Hard.
Pause.
In this difficulty, you are only allowed 3 manual saves throughout the entire game, with no checkpoints available. So if you die, you gotta go back to your previous save. And if you didn't save, well, buckaroo, it's back to the beginning for you. But if I'm being honest, I'm no stranger to this sort of thing, as I've completed Dead Space 2 on hardcore twice before. So I figured I would up the ante a bit to make things more interesting. For this video, I will be completing Dead Space 2's hardcore mode without dying, so that if I do die, no matter what, I will restart the whole game. In essence, this is more akin to Dead Space 3's hardcore mode, but the less we talk about that game, the better. And as an extra debuff, I will also be playing on PC, as I am absolutely atrocious at playing on keyboard and mouse. What's the stomp button? What's the stomp button? I'm gonna slap the keyboard. What's the stomp button? It's not E. I don't know what I just pressed. Without further ado, let's get into it. Starting things off, our protagonist Isaac Clarke is rudely awakened from his nice 3-year nap by another necromorph infestation. Just a hole in my shoulder, it's fine. I'll shake it off. When we make it to safety, Isaac runs into Dr. Edgars, or what I prefer to call him, Dr. Redgars. Say the word.
Your rig is red.
Yeah, say it again.
It's red.
That's an inside joke between me and my friends.
It's red.
Once I become slightly acclimated to how combat works on keyboard and mouse, I then attempt to work on the art of ammo conservation. What can I save ammo? Really? With barely a scratch on me, except for the gaping wound in my shoulder, I exit the psych ward and progress into the residential sector, and things become a little sussy. Man, this is a really big room. Be awful if a boss was in here. Ay, ay, ay. Please, Mom, pick me up from school. I'm a little scared. There we go. Alright, cool. Fuck this game. Yeah, this boss is pretty damn easy. If you die to it on hardcore, skill issue. So far in the run, nothing has really been challenging, and I was kind of getting a little too comfortable talking to chat. Thankfully, this is a horror game, so it naturally puts the fear of God into you every once in a while. Oh, fuck! Progressing a bit further into the run, Isaac must board a BART train. However, said train kind of needs some much-needed maintenance. Like a lot. However, being the professional Dance Dance Revolution player that he is, Isaac survived the train crash and is now being presented like a piñata for the necromorphs. And that's when things started to take a turn for the worst. Hi, Having narrowly escaped that situation, it was time to loot every enemy that I unalived.
Residential sector. Damn it! I'm gonna have the signal again. Keep moving.
Okay.
You're very important to them, Isaac. Hold tight.
Admittedly, not my brightest moment, but back to the beginning we go.
Your rig is red. It's red.
It's a good thing that the early game isn't that hard to play through, as I do my speedrun of shame back to the entrance of BART, now having learnt my lesson about exploders. And then one more here. Oh, here. Am I stupid?
Red.
Okay, This time, I've learned my lesson about exploders, so I do the speedrun of shame once again through all of the early game and eventually progress into the residential district where I would fight a gaggle of necro dudes.
Hey, you. Your rig is red.
Okay, for real this time. I have learned my lesson about the exploders. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna explode in real life next time. Making it back to where I died last time, I made sure to stand in the opposite corner of the room to mitigate any unwanted surprises from behind.
What did he say?
Now entering the Church of Unitology, which is the 4th chapter of the game, we're introduced to the Stalker enemy type, which likes to hide in large rooms filled with many obstacles that obstruct the player's view, which leads to very stressful situations once they do decide to charge at the player. But the Stalkers here behaved a little differently. If someone just charged me. What the fuck? I've never seen him do this. The key to these kinds of fights is to find a corner of the room and just wait for them to come to you. And once they finally snapped out of their teasing nature, the rest of the encounter went off without a hitch. Cruising on into Chapter 5, I'm feeling pretty confident in my ability to survive. That is, when the game isn't scaring the piss off of me. That f***ing scared the shit out of me. Following that, I give Isaac a new suit to wear and head deeper into the Church of Unitology and run into an interesting problem. Okay. Jesus Christ. For some reason, the aim sensitivity took a nosedive, and when I moved my mouse across my entire mousepad, Isaac would barely move his gun in that moment. But regardless, I barely scraped out of that situation and moved on to the Tormentor fight, which didn't seem to share the same issue, thus allowing me to comfortably enter into Chapter 6. This chapter kinda turns up the heat a little bit, no pun intended, by throwing a myriad of necromorphs at you at a time. And well, you kinda just have to hold that. At the beginning of the chapter, you're introduced to a new stationary necromorph in an area I like to call the Hall of Prolapse, which is filled with these explosive shooting butthole looking ass enemies. Not that much later, we're introduced to one of the greatest characters of the survival horror genre, Ellie Langford. Ellie, don't end my hardcore run, you bitch. I'm just kidding, you're a very nice lady. After parting ways with Ellie because she rightfully doesn't trust us yet, we head into the preschool section, and, well, I'm just gonna play this clip for you because I think it sums up the entire experience of the place pretty well. Look at him. This is so cute. They blow up so fast. The fuck is going... Anyways, while here, we're also introduced to a stronger variant of necromorphs, the enhanced necromorph, or as I prefer to call them, lambents. No real reason why, just thought it was cool. These guys take so much more ammo to take down and are seemingly more aggressive than regular necromorphs, and we're gonna see many more of them from this point on. Upon exiting the preschool area, Isaac, Strauss, and Ellie reunite in the transport hub before being interrupted by the brute enemy type, who is covered in armor and is incredibly hard to kill. Unless you have the broken-ass plasma cutter. There we go. Now, the last thing that's gatekeeping me from entering into Chapter 7 is an elevator filled with tripod enemies. This is one of the sequences that I am always nervous about when going through a hardcore playthrough because of how easy it is to die in it. Oh wait, I'm totally gonna die here. Alright, I need to focus up because I remember this part being ridiculous. I have always had close calls even on the easiest difficulties here. Somehow, I didn't take that much damage in that encounter, as the lowest my health got was in the yellow range, so I was very thankful for that. What's ridiculous is you've only died 3 times. I'm kind of cracked, you feel me? This next section involves having to hack your way through the solar array place, which didn't pose too much of a threat, and hey, we even got ping. But what comes after is one of the more stressful parts of the game, as we're doing yet another Iron Man section, and if you're to touch anything, even slightly, you will die upon impact, no matter what. Alright, chat, you ready? This will be the deciding factor if I'm in a good mood or not tonight. Alright, we're good. We're good. We're good. It was easy. We got nothing to worry about. And hey, the fun doesn't stop there, because immediately after, we're bombarded by a plethora of enemies in a wide open area. Whee!
There! It's open! Isaac, go!
That has never gone that well. That has never gone that well. That has never gone that well. I've always been hit there. Now finally having made it to safety, we have entered Chapter 8. Man. Is this the run? The first encounter here can be a bit scary since it takes place in a very small room, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed like I did. This room sucks. I'm thoroughly puckered. Vintage suit, we need that. Now, I've been planning on getting the vintage suit as soon as it becomes available, and so I really wanted to pick up this ruby semiconductor so that I can afford said suit. However, Isaac's prison pocket isn't big enough to fit that with all the other stuff that I had. So I made an executive decision. What we can do is just come back for this. We go to the store, get the vintage suit unlocked, come back, pick that up, go back, and then buy the vintage suit. Big brain. I'm sorry, I don't remember clicking you. No. It was at this point where I was starting to experience the 5 stages of grief. Okay, maybe if I can... Come on. Wait, hold on, I felt movement. Maybe it's my copium. I felt it move. I'm definitely at a different angle. I don't know if I'm gonna be okay. I just wanna, I need to find a solution right now. I'm not ready for acceptance yet. I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna shit and piss. I'm gonna shit! I'm stuck in a wall because I went to go to that, but instead, even though I'm right over there, it registered me clicking on this. And it was like, oh, let's shove you in a wall. And so now I'm stuck in a fucking wall in a mode that doesn't give you checkpoints. I'll be right back.
Red.
I did end up making it to the exact same point I died at, within the same city no less. However, that's not without a few goofs along the way. Alright, insta-kill, insta-kill, insta-kill. I'm in the zone, man. I'm locked in. I'm feeling it. This is the run. I'm gonna call it right now. This is the run. This is the run. I'm declaring it right now. This is the run. Make us whole. No one clip that. Can no one? Now that I've made it back to where I was last attempt, I finally bought the vintage suit like I was trying to do last time. Okay, that was a little leftover anger in me. I just had to get that out of me. I'm good now. I'm sorry. I'm good. Progressing forward, we're now in a 0G section where one mistake could cost me the entire run in a blink of an eye. Fun.
Strauss, help me with the door.
I need you to see him. I need you to follow the steps.
What? No, just
I need you to finish this zombie Easter egg. I need you to follow the steps on the Steam guide. With some situational awareness and some calories burned from extreme stress, I was able to keep my ass intact and progress into chapter 9. This chapter isn't very hard, but is instead extremely scary because of one particular room if you're not careful. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Oh, alright. This is the room. We're gonna go to the back corner. We are not touching that. Basically, if you were to shoot that, there's a window right there that decompressions. If you shoot that window, you get shot out to space. So we're just gonna get the out of here before anything happens. Because I survived the room on my first try, I think the game couldn't handle it, and some strange things were starting to happen. Wait, what? Oh, that's different. That is very different. This game is trolling me. I'm scared. Enemies show up here all the time. Something's up. I don't trust this. There are always enemies in this room. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this game's f***ing with me now. So the game just didn't spawn any of the enemies in this room. I'll take it.
Why'd you come looking for me if you know
What's going on?
Did you think I would forgive you?
You're not Nicole!
What's going on? Hello? What the fuck? Yeah, I have no explanation of what happened. It's like some creepypasta or some shit. The next section to tackle is the infamous revisit to the Ishimura. This area expertly builds up tension by playing with your expectations of what you think the Ishimura would be like upon a revisit. But then all of a sudden, and now it's just balls to the wall action from here on out. I don't trust this. Guess I made a last minute movement? Really? I mean, I suppose splash damage and all, but fuck. Did that guy just disappear? But I'm extremely thankful that the Ishimura didn't pose that much of a challenge. But upon exiting, I started to notice that I had one problem on my hands. Yeah, I don't have any plasma cutter ammo, and the contact beam that has plenty of ammo barely has any upgrades on it. So I had to make sure that I played very carefully until I made it to a store and blew my credits, on a bunch of plasma cutter ammo. Getting back to the story, Ellie becomes a pirate, and I screw Strauss.
Shut up! Just shut up!
A little later, when I come across another store, I could finally purchase my favorite Dead Space suit ever made. The advanced suit. That suit's so cool, right? Fucks. This suit has sex. It's so good. And with the new suit, we make it to chapter 12, which can be very scary since you're constantly faced against multiple necromorphs while riding on a drill thingy, which can also turn you into an Isaac burger if you're not careful. But it's a damn good thing that I pretty much max upgraded the plasma cutter, as I was practically untouchable for the whole sequence. With that chapter being over and done with, it's basically a mad dash for 3 chapters to the final boss, with barely any breaks as Isaac descends further into the EarthGov facility. Upon entrance, Isaac gets stopped by a barricade of EarthGov guards, so Isaac reacts reasonably by unleashing the entire necromorph population on them. Look at the ubermorph. Look at that Riz. Further into the EarthGov facility, there's a room with rotating lasers that will kill you upon contact. Alright. Oh no. Oh no. This is sussing me out. I can't have this here. Alright. In addition to that obstacle, there are also necromorphs that could potentially troll the f out of you. I'm so uncomfortable right now. I'm so uncomfortable right now. Now with my pants thoroughly soiled, I make it to the red room, which is 3 floors of f you written all over it. The first 2 floors are what seems like an infinite spawn of necromorphs, and so I quickly run into the hallway leading into the second floor and notice just a small issue. We are not good on ammo. Good on health, but we are not good on ammo. I quickly realized that I was just wasting my ammo dealing with every enemy in my way, so I full sent it down to the bottom level and mopped the floor with the lambent brute that spawned. Game does not let you breathe. In the next room, I stocked up on as much ammo as I could because I knew exactly what was coming next, and I could not be more anxious about it. Alright. Oh man, people are starting to show up now because everyone knows it's the eye scene. Oh, this is a lot of pressure. Now witnessing the marker that Isaac built, I was hyping myself up to get ready for the eye needle scene. Oh man. Warm it up! We're warming up!
But we never expected this many bodies!
Hey, look.
It's red.
Now, regardless of the outcome, YouTube's probably gonna f me for showing this scene, but honestly, I don't care. This is part of the Dead Space 2 hardcore experience, baby! To explain what to do here, you must carefully guide the needle directly into Isaac's pupil, and if you're even slightly off, your run is over. Simple as that. When you move the needle closer to Isaac's eye, he begins to panic and move his eye around, making it difficult to get a straight shot on his pupil. What's your fucking problem, man? A thing that most people don't notice when doing this sequence is that there is a number that tells you how close you are to Isaac's eye, which is very helpful when you're trying to inject the man's eye. Now that I've made your anxiety worse with that knowledge, I'll let you witness what happens next. Oh my god. I didn't think I was 0.1 close. My heart, well done. Thank you, Carlos. That one was for you. Easy peasy. There was like nothing to be worried about. Anyways, we get chased by an angry, unkillable piece of jerky all the way into chapter 15, where I would make my final upgrade to the contact beam, which is going to hard carry us through the final boss. Alright guys, that should do it for tonight's stream. I will see you guys tomorrow. Alright, later. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're going back. All that was left at this point was a run through a relentless wave of necromorphs in order to make it to the final boss. And so, in an effort to conserve ammo, I thought it'd be best to ignore most of the enemies in my way. And while it was working decently well, it certainly wasn't perfect. Despite being absolutely dunked on by that room, I made it to the end of the run and wanted to check in on my health kit situation, since I quick healed a lot of times. Fuck. At this point, there's no turning back, so I run on over to the marker, spam E a bunch, and get ready for the final boss. Here's how it went. That's the strategy. Oh, all right. Oh my god. Yeah, the contact beam is kind of busted.
It's red.
Sorry, couldn't help myself.
Your rig is red. It's red, it's red, it's red, it's red.
The game isn't over yet. Despite the credits playing, there's still one last Iron Man sequence to go through, and one mistake will send me all the way back to the beginning. My heart's beating so fast. I really don't want to mess this up here.
Yeah, well, you don't really have a say this time.
Heads up. Is this the run? This is the run. This is the run. I'm declaring it right now. This is the run.
It's red.
Make us whole.
I'm trying.
We fucking did it! Oh my god! Look at her beautiful face, Isaac. Look at her. Look at her right in the eyes. Well, in eye. Sorry, not eyes. She only has one. And just like that, another challenge comes to a close. Despite having only 4 resets total, I think if I were to speak as objectively as I could about how difficult this challenge is, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. For being extremely punishing at times and having various potential one-shot kills. But with the right amount of patience, practice, and experience, this difficulty will be as easy as pie. You're probably wondering why I didn't get a Steam achievement for completing the game on hardcore, and that's because, well, for some reason there's no Steam achievements for Dead Space 2. But there are Steam achievements for Dead Space 3. And all I can say about that is, look forward to the future. If you enjoy content like this, subscribe and let me know what challenges you want to see next. It's also worth noting that I do these challenges live on Twitch, so consider following me over there. And remember, as always, thanks for watching.